welcome students, faculty, staff, head of school, Mr. Eastler, and of course, our beloved middle school parents. This morning is a special day in the grade 8 year, the middle school pin ceremony. Much of what you will hear this morning is written to and for grade 8, but it also speaks to the future of every student in this room, eventually. To the 8, the pin, emblazoned with the letters WNAMS, is symbolic. It is the symbol of where you come from and where you may always return to a warm welcome. This pin will forever adorn the lapel of your blazer, and for classmates and faculty of the upper school, it says, you know this institution, and you're well aware of the standards and expectations of a title. Receiving the pin in this ceremony today is a symbolic cracking open of the door to grade 9, a door that will, ironically, be fully opened for you at closing ceremony. With the start of trimester 3, new and exciting opportunities await grade 8. All grade 8 students will have one get out of deer per week, which may be used on a day without an assigned directed study. Grade 8 students may spend this time in the dining hall, Main Street Market, or the village store. Grade 8 students in the dorm will also receive one get out of evening study hall per week, which they may use to study in their room for the evening, assuming they are not on any kind of status. And if all goes well, that number will rise to 2 per week in the final marking period of the year. The purpose of these opportunities is simple. We want you to begin transitioning to an upper school frame of mind. We want you to begin to see the fun that awaits, as well as the challenges that come with such few restrictions and such new freedoms. Be thoughtful, strategic, and have fun. Okay, so that's all for me. What you need to consider now is the future. Ms. Kavanaugh is up next, and will address the transition from 8 to 9, followed by Mr. Eastler, who will ensure you that the path ahead is ready for you, and so is he. Ms. Kavanaugh.
Good morning, everyone. I thought I wasn't going to feel like emotional. I actually do a little bit. I'm like all of you with my speech on my phone. Mr. Wickham's much more grown up here. You, grade 8 students, you are just a few months from completing your middle school experience. Craziness. Many of you were in my 6th grade classroom. It feels like yesterday. You were researching ancient China and then India. You could name the dynasties, wrote plays about their development, presented before the class. Serious time was put into the creation of a cardboard Italian car. Where are you, Christian? Paper was folded again and again and again to create an origami kangaroo. Creative trifolds inspired future students in their own presentation design. You took visitors to our Crossing Borders Day to 8 research destinations in your country, and you wowed and fed your audiences. You were bold. Your voices were loud and thoughtful. They still are bold. They still are thoughtful. But how did it get so late, so fast? Dr. Seuss said that. We are 3 months from graduation. This weekend, you may have had the pleasure of seeing our students, teachers, and even an administrator perform in Seussical the Musical. In fact, the middle school contingency in the cast is notable and so promising for the program's future. If you didn't, you missed out. I, for one, am always inspired when I witness hard work, dedication, talent, and in this case, real bravery, remembering seemingly endless lines, hitting the highest of all notes, all the while performing solos, duets, ensemble pieces. It was truly impressive. One specific component that stood out to me was the recurrence of this song, It's Possible. As Lena's character, Jojo, struggled with the dangers of thinking too much. The critical word in the lyrics, though, is what comes after the title. Anything. Anything is possible. Of course, in Dr. Seuss fashion, it's the bathtub that could be a pool or underground river, complete with colorful fish of all shapes and sizes, performing a water ballet. I mention the play not only to give a nod to our talented classmates, but because of this message. We hope your parents, your teachers, your advisors, your coaches, that you feel as JoJo does, that anything is possible when you allow yourselves to think and when you take on the challenges before you. Whether you too join the winter school musical, learn a new skill, perfect an already established set of talents, participate in class, prepare for our Cornerstone TED Talks, and of course the reason we are all here today, to consider the many options open to you as upper schoolers. So many possibilities. As you know, I have the privilege of wearing a number of hats at WMA. As a parent, teacher, administrator, and coach. These roles in and of themselves add to the possibilities in my world each day. As the mother of 2 ninth graders and a 6th grader, I'm fortunate to experience their adventures from the classroom, sidelines, pool deck, and stands. I hear their excitement, nerves, stress, and pride, and know that they are in the best of hands among their teachers, friends, and coaches. As your teacher, I'm always considering what thinking you are being asked to do, what steps are involved in each process, and how you can best communicate your understanding to one another and to me. Teachers like the word metacognition, thinking about thinking. I imagine Dr. Seuss liked this word as well, oh, the things you can think. We like to break down the task before you, consider the myriad of skills you're being asked to showcase, from decoding a word, interpreting its meaning, questioning its use, the author's intended message, considering what it might reflect in your own world and what impact it might have on our futures. As your teachers, we relish in engaging in this thinking with you, and we see that you will be ready for these next steps. In my role as dean, I'm afforded another privilege, that I get to work alongside you another year. When you feel yourself struggling, I'm another familiar and friendly adult to seek out. When you need a greater challenge, I can serve you with that purpose as well. When you have questions about your course load, please stop by. When you need a reminder of how capable you are, I will continue to be your advocate. As we have discussed the excitement of this transition, you have mentioned everything from elective choices, including the wide variety of art selections, as well as courses like financial planning and entrepreneurship. You've commented on rich discussions to which you have contributed to on your shadow days, as well as classes that were a little bit confusing, like chemistry class, let's say. But you were also quick to share that while feeling a bit perplexed, you were also so excited to see what was coming. You have brainstormed clubs you'd like to be a part of or to begin yourself, and teams you're eager to join. We have at least one 8th grade student with knowledge of coding and game development far greater than mine and maybe many of you, and no club just yet given such a purpose. Many of you have spoken of all the people you encounter from all over the world who will be your friends. The idea of your class growing larger, nearly doubling in size, knowing that you are shaped by those around you, and being so eager to welcome the unknown is incredibly exciting. So many possibilities. So with this in mind, we will honor you this morning. Ms. Reese.
Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see all of you. We've spent some time together this year, the 8th grade and I, right? I've had a couple of meetings with you. I've enjoyed that time. I've been pleased to be able to get to know you a little bit better. Some of you in the musical a lot better than the others. You've had a chance to get to know me a little bit better as well. And because of what I know of you now and your time through the middle school, I have such optimism about what you will do when you get to the middle school. You're about to cross a bridge on your educational journey. It's a milestone. one of the milestones that you're going to pass. Much like the bridge that you will literally walk over when you graduate from Wilbraham Monson Academy, the senior bridge over the Rubicon. You all know where it is. This bridge you will cross now, this one, is symbolic and represents you crossing over to the other side of Main Street. I know you have experienced a taste of the upper school life, but now you will be members of that other side of the school and all the opportunities and challenges awaiting you there. Your high school experience will itself be somewhat of a bridge, a 4-year bridge between your middle school years and the ultimate goal, a college experience that serves you well for the rest of your life. High school will transition you from the comforting embrace of the close-knit and necessarily tightly controlled middle school experience to the eventual freedom of the college experience. Total freedom in the college experience, but we need to help you get there. We will do that by slowly exposing you to more and more freedom and responsibility. As Mr. Whitcomb said, you're going to start that transition now with a little bit more freedom in the middle school, but that will increase when you get to the upper school, so that you're ready for the responsibilities that also come with those privileges. Through things like free periods and cell phone usage and open office hours with your teachers and expanded social opportunities. The senior privileges when you get there, senior privileges are sort of the senior year equivalent to what you're experiencing now in the 8th grade. And international travel opportunities. All of these things will give you a little more autonomy each year while still supporting you while you learn along the way. By the time you graduate from WMA, in many ways you will have grown into a leadership role at the Academy, whether you asked for it or not, guiding the community culture as long-standing members who lead by example and with distinction. I can see it now, because I've seen it so many times before. You will stumble at times. That's natural. We all did. But all of your upper school teachers and administrators and friends will be right there beside you with your parents, helping you find your way, and your teachers and friends and mentors from the middle school will never be far away from you, continuing to cheer you on and encourage you along your journey. I look forward to seeing all of you at your 8th grade moving up ceremony at the end of this year, and then greeting all of you next year on the other side of the bridge in the upper school. I know you will love it, and I can't wait to see who you become. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the point where you, grade 8, will receive your pin. The way we'll do this is we'll have the first row stand. You'll come out that end, come up to Mr. Easler, Ms. Kavanaugh, receive your pin, and then come down and back through. Actually, I take that back. We'll do that opposite. So you'll come this way and around and out that way. Thank you. Mark, I read your eyeballs. So, first rows, please rise. round of applause for grade 8. Listen, grade 8, you don't know how proud of you we are. You'll probably never really truly understand it, but you're an amazing group, and we are really excited to see that you are moving through the middle school and into the upper school. And the one thing I would just remind you is that you will always be role models to those around you. And to just remember some of the things that you learned in middle school, and maybe to forget some of the things you learned in middle school, and to be super amazing and effective when you get into the upper school. Again, a warm thank you to our speakers, Ms. Kavanaugh and Mr. Easler. To you, the audience, thank you for your focused attention. 6 and 7, outstanding work today. 2 last items, lest we forget. 1, all of you are welcome to either, and that's all of us, are welcome to either go into the old library, Gill Library, and peruse the book fair that's going on in there right now. And middle school students, if you would like, you're also welcome to head straight to Deer. So if you choose between a book fair and Deer, I'm guessing I know where that's headed. But maybe you will have a little money in your pocket and you can buy a new book for Deer. And the last item is that, of course, grade 8 will stay behind for a group photo. The rest of you are dismissed, and thank you.